Today, we talk about...
La di da di da di da di da di da da.
So we're in here, but we're here for something specific. Oh wait, it's on that side.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? I think it's, you know what? It's finally time to bust these out. Someone asked about these in one of the comments, so I figured why not. These are the Air Command Force. I just wanted to show off the DS status before it's too late, because I'm actually going to wear these out to Iowa, and then after I get there, we will finish this video with the history of the shoe and its significance and why I had it on my YouTube shelf or studio shelf when I first started doing YouTube videos. This was one of those shoes I really wanted on there. You see that bop of blue stitching, baby, yeah. And before I get too carried away, yes, these are still in the packaging. These are the original Air Pressures, and that was the first version of Nike's challenge to the Reebok pump line. So, which was kind of weird because I guess they rushed it because these had like a handheld, like a little pump that came in the cool little packaging. And that was what David Robinson used to rock. But then the second version became this, and the pump finally became internalized on this side, and then the release valve was back here. Will you crack damn focus? Does anyone know why my iPhone used to autofocus and now I have to constantly touch the screen to focus it? If you have any tips for me, let me know. But yeah, you see the Nike Air logo there. The front there. Just want to capture it in all its essence before it gets dirty. Dirty wine. Air bubble, Air Max, Tinker Trigger. Look at the detail on that bitch. Hold up. Wow, I did not notice how much detail is in this squiggly wiggly. Hey, yo. All right, cool. All right, well, there we go. Let me put them on and we'll get out of here.
Outdoor water balls! Hey, yo! So this is not my ideal fit for these kicks, but I think it worked because I've got the baby blue here, the baby blue bop right on the butt, and then the rest of the shoe, we got a few black accents, mostly white. And I did bring a yellow shirt for the trip, so maybe I'll switch into that. But what I'm trying to say is instead of black jackets, I think the ideal look for these is with mom jeans. And I don't have those with me, but I'm going to switch it to my blue jeans, and I think it'll be a much greater look for these as far as like accentuating the 90s. But it is what it is. Fast forward. Hey, we are now in Iowa, and I got these puppies on. Hey. Updated, quieter water rolls. So these are more of the look I was going for. Even though these aren't mom jeans, they got the shade of blue. For a cue of what I did look like in mom jeans, you can reference a short segment from my stand-up clip where I wore these. Get it. But yeah, nice thing about these, not a ton of history to them, and we already sprinkled some in already, but let's finish the job. So as I mentioned before, the precursor to this shoe was the Nike Air Pressure, which was David Robinson's signature shoe, followed by this being the follow-up signature shoe, the Nike Air Command Force. This was released in 1991, and this was the only time Nike actually retroed these shoes in 2014. So this is actually the 2014 retro, and the only other way you'll find this exact shoe is from the original back in 1991, which is probably crumbling by now. So good luck. So as I mentioned before, the Air Pressure and that entire line that followed it was Nike's response to Reebok putting out the Pump series. And this Nike Air Command Force was the first shoe to have it internalized so that you didn't need to carry around a pump the same way you did with the Nike Air Pressures. Although I will say the Nike Air Pressure box, that ish looks pretty dope. Yeah. And it was one of the few models that Nike actually did put in their inflatable air fit technology is what they called it. Hey, yo. Now, the name of this colorway has come to be known as the Billy Hoyles, specifically because Woody Harrelson's character in the movie, Billy Hoyle, actually wore those shoes during the movie White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, man. Right off the bat.
But I'll be honest with you, I like to call these the Jim Carrey Vanilla Ices because my all-time favorite comedian slash actor person is Jim Carrey, and he wore these in a skit he did for In Living Color, where he did a parody of Vanilla Ice wearing these kicks and doing a specific parody of the kicks within them. Well, not really a parody of the kicks, but you know what I mean. Just take a look.
Yo, VIP, let's kick it. All right, stop. While I I do up my laces. This kind of thing happens every show. Yo, I gotta learn how to tie a bow.
But yeah, man, that's the whole reason. Jim Carrey wearing those was the main reason when I had if you go back to my early YouTube videos with that early studio I built dedicated to start this whole YouTube journey, that was one of the shoes that had to be on the shelf for me because of the significance that it had and the association it had with Jim Carrey. Love him, just been trying to style my kind of comedy more towards him being a little bit more animated, goofy, as I'm sure you guys have started to appreciate on here. But I've got a long way to go. And that guy's an otherworldly talent. So, we got some work to do. But regardless, man, it's been a lot of fun. And I'm just really glad that I finally undressed these sneakers. They're so fresh. I actually wore them and, like I said, to the airport. And on my connection flight in Detroit, I got stopped by one of the TSA agents. Legit chased me down and be like, "Hey, are those Fresh Princes?" I was like, "Nah, but you close. White man can't jump, baby." She's like, "Oh, shoot." I was like, "Yep." But yeah, man, these are very unmistakable sneakers. Love, love, love high tops. As the guys and gals who've been following me for a while know, I'm a huge sucker for high tops, and those are ultra high tops. We'll be talking 90s triggered type high tops. And so, yeah, man, I just really love the look of them. And like I showed you in the original pic I had them on, with the sleek black modern joggers, they look fantastic, complementing that contrast of black on the swoosh. Compared to, just rocking them with mom jeans like I did, although I wasn't wearing mom jeans on stage for the comedy. And even with my scrubs with the lighter shade of blue, they look fantastic then too, giving a lot more odes to the 90s. So yeah, just a fantastic shoes. Super happy to have it in the collection. Other colorways did come out, both, others that do look great, but nothing beats these Billy Hoyle / Jim Carreys as far as I'm concerned. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to add for these shoes, but I can't really think of much. There really isn't a ton of history to them outside of that I can find, but if you know of any additional factors, definitely let me know. I'd be interested to know more about these shoes because I really do love them. With that said, we'll see you on the next one. We out. Peace.